On the other front, this what we call elections. It was green lighted from the Americans by the speech which was said by Carter when he said, we know that the environment and these elections may not meet the international standards, but the international community will accept the result. So it is okay. This gave al-Bashir green light to do whatever he can to stay on power. And this was quite conspiracy between Americans and Omar al-Bashir, whom once they described as a genocider, and he is now suspected in the international community, in the International Criminal Court. But still, the Americans, for their own interest, they are giving some kind of legitimacy and some kind of recognition for these false elections, which the case was they put boxes for the voters to vote in, and then they took those aside and brought the already prepared boxes for the counters to count. And it was quite obvious that they are now in power, and the intention of the Americans is to have this Omar al-Bashir in power in the north and Salva Kiir to the south in power, just for the referendum and to get some kind of split, peaceful split for the country. While Omar al-Bashir prepared himself to make a chaos in the south to prevent the what we call referendum itself. And it started already.
Oh, you think it's going to be a chaos? So that
it started already by the after the result and the losers started to fight. Now, so many commanders, and there is a split in the military of South Sudan now. So the Americans are at least and they don't know that the North prepared, or al-Bashir and his regime prepared themselves to stay in power and to not to let this the American intention to happen, which is splitting the country to south and north. For us, we don't care if the southerners choose to go away, it's their will. But we want them in just to have any kind of coalition between the marginalized people against the center, which marginalized us and themselves. And we announced several times that we accept a southerner as a governor, as a president for Sudan, just to keep this coalition between the marginalized people in Sudan. If this does not happen and they choose to go away, it's okay. We will still struggle against the center, but we will be so much weakened by the splitting of this south. But the Americans now they are concentrating on how to reach the date of the referendum with calm Sudan. In the front of Darfur and North-South conflict, they want to keep things cool and down until then, which is not by the deeds of the government of Sudan is not preventing the assaults and the suffering of the civilians of Darfur. So the government now sending 3 troops against them, and again they are also moving around al-Fashir. To defend al-Fashir, they are bombarding the civilians, and this can create more refugees, more IDPs, internally displaced people also, and this is the situation until today. I don't know, the international community, which is now Americans running after their interests, and the Chinese running after their interests to have cool Sudan. Those are to invest, and these are to create a new country. And Omar al-Bashir is to state ICC. These 3 are working. The other world, especially Europe, they are, I think, trying to have something compromise between, and they are closing eyes. Most of them, I think, backing the American role, which is